Hey everyone, welcome to another video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you how to run the old PS1 game Driver 2 with a PC port reverse engineering that was made. You can actually run this in Windows. I don't know if it works in Windows 7, but I do know it works in Windows 10. The only downside, you will need the original 2 discs from the PlayStation 1, console to get this to work. You either need the discs or, the images of the disc to get this to work. So let's go ahead, and if you're interested, just go ahead and follow the links that I put in the description. So we're going to go to 2 sites. These you definitely need. The other 3 are optional. But let's see, let's go to the first one. That's the GitHub page for the Redriver 2. So what we're going to do is scroll down here to where it says latest. We're going to click on that. So we're going to download this file. And it's going to be the one for Windows right here. 32-bit release. They also have the dev version, but the regular one is right there. So go ahead and download that file. Then once we're done with that, this Java one is also optional. This one is to be able to port the movies over from the disk into the game itself. So you do not need this one, but if you want to view the movies, you will be needing this one. And then just download, the one according to your system here. And now we're going to go, these are also optional. This is a mod pack. This will make the game look better, and it does have a couple of different features available with this on here. So if you want, you can go ahead and download this. Go to that link and you're going to click on here, and you're just going to go ahead and click on this spot here where it says download anyway, and you'll have that file. Once that is done, we're going to go ahead and travel to this one. Now this one here I recommend because this gives you better skies on the in the game. You have the combination one for dusk dawn, or only dusk. I went ahead and downloaded the the one with the dusk dawn. You can actually download all of them by clicking on here, and you can just go into the folder and choose the one that you want. But go ahead and download that if you want better looking skies. And then this one here is really nice. This actually has upscaled movies, so they will look way better than the original from the game. So if you want the movies or the cutscenes to look way better, go ahead and download this file also. Once you have all those files, go ahead and put them into one single folder. And then what we're going to do is just go ahead to that folder that has those files, and we're going to go ahead and get started here. Now, the way this was done when it originally came out was a lot more difficult than it is now. So if you follow the video here, you're going to get this done super quick as long as you have those, disk images. So let's go ahead and get this started. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and if you want the movies in the game, the cutscenes, go ahead and install the Java. So just go ahead and double click on that and install. And that should go fairly quick. Once that's done, we'll go ahead and continue with the rest of this here. And once you're done with this, you can actually, go ahead and uninstall this. Once you're done, getting the game together with this, you can go ahead and get rid of the Java. All right, successfully installed. So we can go ahead and close that out. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and extract the zip file that has the Redriver 2 files inside. So just go ahead and right click and extract to the folder name. Once you've done that, go ahead and to avoid confusion, just go ahead and delete the zip file. We have the folder right here, so we can go ahead and get rid of this. So now that we have that, we're going to go into our disks, and then these are the files you're going to need. So go ahead and copy the bin over from each one. So you're going to need both, disk 1 and disk 2. Put those in the Redriver release folder. So you got that one there, and then we're going to do the same thing with the other one. So we have disk 1, so we need disk 2. So go ahead in here, copy the bin file again, and put that in the release folder. Once those are ended, just go ahead and rename the files. So you're going to call them driver 2 CD 1 for the first disk. So make sure it looks like that. So CD1, so driver 2 CD1 dot bin. And then we're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing to the second one. and make sure that just has the 2 on there versus having CD1. So you're going to have 2 files, one that says this and the other one that says CD2. So once that is done, we're literally ready to go. What we're going to do is click on Launcher. We're going to click on Run. We are going to hit the Setup Wizard, and this is basically going to do the steps for us. So go ahead and choose disk 1 by clicking on the choose box, and you're going to point to disk 1. Then you're going to choose disk 2, same exact thing. And now once you've done that, here's the part where you're going to want to check the full motion video if you want that. If you've downloaded the Java, you can go ahead and check that for the cutscenes, motion, video, and audio for the cutscenes. And then obviously full game, we're going to need that checked. So go ahead and click install. It detected the language as English, so we're going to go ahead and click OK. And now we're going to start this process, and this is going to take a bit because it is doing the cutscenes and everything else. So we'll go ahead and fast forward here and go back to, when this process here is done. All right, so the procedure is finished. Once you get this installation complete, you can go ahead and click OK, and that'll close that window out. Now, we do not want to launch this yet, so you can go ahead and close the window out. And now what we're going to do, let's go back to the folder, and we're going to go ahead and we can go ahead and delete these. Get that out of the way. So now what we're going to do is unzip the alt mod pack. We're going to extract that to the folder name. Get rid of the zip file. Then we're going to do the same thing for the skyboxes. All right, you can now delete this one also. You can also delete the Java. And we'll do the same thing for the movies. So now we should end up with these 3 folders right here. And then we're just going to place these in the proper spot so we can get the game working correctly. So the first we're going to do is go ahead and open up the alt mod pack. We're just going to go ahead and copy all the files in there. Just hit select, Control A, select all of those, Control C for copy. We are going to paste that inside the folder that has the files. So we're going to replace all the files in there. Once that is done, we can go ahead and delete that folder. And now we're going to do the skyboxes. So this one here, you're going to go ahead and pick which one you want out of the 3. I chose the Dusk and Dawn. So just go ahead and copy that file, and that is going to go into the data folder. So go back into the release folder, the driver 2 data folder, and as you see, there's a file in there with the same name. So just go ahead and rewrite that one. There we are. So we've overwritten that, so that is ready. So now we're going to go back, and then for the final file, we're going to do the one with the upscaled movies. So go in there, driver 2, and you're going to go ahead and copy the FMV folder. So copy that, and then we're pasting that in the release 32-bit folder. So driver 2 FVM. So just go ahead and paste that folder in there, and it's going to tell you it's going to rewrite some files. Go ahead and tell it yes. And then once those steps are done, we should be ready to go. We don't need to mess with any of these other files. What we're going to do is you can go ahead and choose launcher in case you wanted to make any changes, but it should be, you know, set up as before, but you can go in here and change stuff. So if you want, you can go ahead and add the texture filtering or make any changes to here that you want. The field of view is also adjustable right here. So once you've done any changes that you want, you go ahead and close this. It should automatically configure your controller if you have one that's compatible. And then you might want to check run on full screen. That way, when you launch the game, it'll go full screen. Once you've done that and made the changes that you feel comfortable with right there, you can go ahead and launch from here. Or you can just go ahead and click on Redriver2.exe, and that should start the game for us. And it should load the, you know, the upscaled cutscenes here for us. So if you've ever played this game before, you can tell right away just by looking at that the
I'm the
moves
pop
are
your
scaled
neck with my hands.
or really good when you compare it to the original game.
You'll wish you never met me.
So there we are. Now what I'm going to actually do is go ahead and jump out of here again. I'm going to show you how to go into the config file to change the resolution. Because if I leave that where it's at, I believe it's 1280 by 720, so it is not going to show up correctly when I'm capturing for this video. So go ahead and open up the config file. We're going to scroll down here to where you see the spot right here. So you're going to go ahead and change this resolution to what you want. So the first two numbers are for the windowed mode, and then the one that you see highlighted now and the one under, that's the screen width and screen height for full screen. So I'm going to go ahead and put 1920 by 1080 on there. Then I'm going to go ahead and save that file. There we go. So once you have that saved, you can go ahead and close it. And now the capture should come out the right size. So let's go ahead and launch this again. If it does come out small on the screen, just go ahead and hit, you know, Alt Enter. And there we are with the upscaled videos. Once you're inside here, you can go to the options. You know, you can mess around with the sound effects, the gameplay. I like to set the cop difficulty to easy. You can choose to have the subtitles on or off. Vibration, if your control supports it, you can put that to on. And this is where you would make the changes. If your joystick is more or less like this one, it should find that automatically, and you can see the default settings for it on there. So if you're comfortable with that, you can just go ahead and leave it on what you see there. And then it does have a secret here for mountain pass. You can view your high scores here, center screen there, save settings, load settings. So once you're done, you know, messing around with that and getting that all set, we can go ahead here and just, I'm going to do a take a ride spot here and make sure that everything here is working. All right, guys, as you can see, the game did load properly here. It is running at 1080 by, or at 1920 by 1080. And then remember, you can always go in there and change it to, you know, a higher setting if you want with the config file. And as you can see, the sky is rendering better with the files that we also put in there for the sky. So that is it for this one. So if you guys can make use of that, go ahead and give me a thumbs up on the video. If you have any questions or comments, please post them on the comment section. And we will see you guys on the next video. And if you have not subscribed, please do so. And we'll catch you soon. Have a great day.